Welcome to Brett Ridgeway's Learning for Life video lessons, and in this lesson we're going to be learning Come Thou Fount, and we're going to focus on some chording more than anything else. I am using the simple pull across with your finger. You're not using the tip, you're using the pad. And before we get into the lesson, I do want to thank my patrons for making these lessons possible. I could not do it without their help. It is because of their faithfulness, because of their giving, because of their heart that I am able to do these lessons. And I want to thank them first and foremost. I do hope these lessons are a help and a blessing to you. And as I've said this year, the first week of every month, we're going to be doing a hymn, which was sort of requested. I think people enjoy that. It is suggested too that I do a tablature book on hymns, which that is probably something I will be doing. But I wanted to teach this song. This is very pretty, called Come Thou Fount. So a few of the things I want to show you to start with is if you're making an A chord, which is your ring finger on 1, your middle finger on 1 on the bass string, and you strum across, that's an A, you can substitute an E minor, which is 1, 1, and 1. I use my pinky on the melody, my ring on the middle, and my middle on the bass. So instead of playing an A, you can play an E minor. It's going to give you a little sadder sound. All right. Another one is if you're playing 4-3-2, which is D. Your thumb is on 4 on the melody, your index is on 3 on the middle, and your middle finger is on 2 on the bass. You can use an F sharp minor by taking and playing 4-2-2. So what I'm doing here is, and I do tend to do this, even though you don't hear it, my pinky is on the melody at 2, my ring finger is on the middle string at 2, and my middle finger is on the bass string at 2. My thumb is on 4. So if you're playing 4-3-2, you can substitute 4-2-2 if you want a sweeter, more of a sad sound. And this actually works all the way up. So instead of doing this G, you can play it this way: 3-1-1, 4-2-2, 5-3-3, 6.5-4-4, 7-5-5. So it's just this position. Then when you get to 2, obviously, but you could play the 1-1-1. So you can take those in and out as you would like, and that's what we're going to work on in this song. So we're going to start, and we're going to play 2-1, open, open. Now, people tend to get really hung up on what strings you're hitting. And let me just show you. You can use the 2. You can strum all across the 1. You can strum all across the open. I personally don't like that because it's the same thing over and over. So you do what you want. In other words, I strummed across all of them. On 1, I'm just hitting that melody string. Open, just 1 string, pulling across. If you want to do it this way, or this way, that's totally up to you. I'm just playing it how I like it to sound. You need to play it how you like it to sound. The important thing is that you're playing 2-1, open, open. That's your first phrase, tiny little phrase. 2-1, open, open. The secret to these lessons is to learn tiny little pieces and memorize them. Use that pause button. 2-1, oh, oh. Then you're going to play with your ring 2-4, and you could play an A, or you could play the E minor, which I like. 2-4, 2-4-1-1. You can play 4-2-2. 2, 4, 2, 2, E minor, 1, 1, 1. So 2, 1, O, O, 2, 4, 1, 1. Make sure you have that much memorized. If you don't, put this on pause and memorize that much. 2, 1, O, O, 2, 4, 1, 1. One more time. 2, 1, O, O, 2. If you want to make a full chord there, you could either do 4, 3, 2 or 4, 2, 2. Then 1, 1, 1 or 1, 0, 1. So either an A or an E minor. Then you're going to play 2, 4, 5. So I'm playing a G chord, 5, 3, 3. Slide that down, 4, 2, 2. Two, 1, O. Let's do that again. 2, 4, 5, 4, 2, 1, O. So that phrase is 2, 4, 5, 4, 2, 1, O. Make what chords you want to make. So from the beginning, 2, 1, O, O, 2, 4, 1, 1. Here's where we're at. 2, 4, 5, 4, 2, 1, O, O. Make sure that phrase is memorized. One more time. So there I arpeggiated it instead of letting it ring. I just filled it in. And I'm just going across the strings. Melody, middle, bass, middle. This is what I want you to do, is play around with this and see what you can come up with. That phrase is repeated. Now, I showed you that you could do the 3, 1, 1, the 4, 2, 2, the 5, 3, 3, the 6.5, 4, 4, and 7, 5, 5, and that's how we're going to play the entire song, is just moving this one chord position. So here's our first two phrases. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to 4. And your basic melody is 4, 5, 6.5, 7. Just rate up your scale. Or you can slide it. So what you're doing is playing 4. I'm doing 4, 2, 2. I'm moving that whole position up. I'm doing the 5. And I'm sliding to 6.5, 4, 4. So then 7, 5, 5. 4, 5, slide to 6.5, 7, 6.5, 4, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 2. And again, you can just leave all these fingers down, whatever you want to do there. So 4, by the way, before I was playing too close, and why I wasn't getting the clear sound. So you need to move this hand back a little bit. So let's do it again. Then you repeat that. 4, 5, 6.5, 7, 6.5, 5, 6.5, 7. Just watch what I'm doing. So if you need to repeat this, repeat it, put it on pause. I'll do it one more time. 4, 5, 6.5. You're just going up your scale. 7, down your scale. Then 5, 4, 2. Repeating 4, 5, 6.5, 7, 6.5. And this is where it switches. You're going 5, 6.5, 7. Let's play up to this point. Then you repeat that first phrase. Now, one of the other things I want you to notice is when I'm arpeggiating it, in other words, I'm emphasizing the melody note. So I'm hitting the melody note harder. In that case, I hit the bass note harder because it is basically the same as the melody note on the bass string. And you notice I'm doing it harder, soft. So there you have Come Thou Fount. I hope you enjoyed that lesson. Again, practice messing around with chord substitutions. If you play a song that's normally a D, try to throw in an F sharp minor. So I hope you enjoyed that. And we may revisit this finger-picked for patrons. I'm not sure on that. I'm not sure when that'll happen. I've got some other things lined up that I want to cover first. But again, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you again, patrons. Thank you for those who are watching. And I do hope these lessons are a blessing to you. Talk to you soon.